poppin', YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Hope y'all are doing well. It's been a minute since I've uploaded, but today I'm out with my girlfriend Bree, and I thought I'd come out here and make a quick little video. Honestly, it's kind of a stereotypical video. There's a lot of these videos online that talk about tips for starting on a sport bike, what bikes to get, etc. And to be honest with you, you'll get a plethora of answers whenever you ask people, like, hey, I'm new to sport bikes or bikes in general, like, what bike should I get for my first bike? There's also a lot of people who say, hey, I've ridden dirt bikes since I was 2 years old, blah, 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 like, can I start on a 1000? And I'm going to keep it short because a lot of people kind of get into a really long discussion on this, and I wanted to give y'all my 2 cents. And this is my 2 cents, okay? There's not a one-size-fits-all answer to that question. It depends. Can you start on a 1000cc bike? Yes. Can you start on a 600cc bike? Yes. You can start on any bike. Okay, let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. Especially with the technology that a lot of these newer bikes are getting, like the S1000, you can really customize these bikes to make them more safe. But that does not mean that they are not danger-proof. Nothing is danger-proof. You can hurt yourself severely on a grom. Are you more likely to hurt yourself on a 1000cc bike? Yes. Because there is more to your disposal on a bike like that. There is more margin for error. That's something you have to understand. The more you are given, the more you are likely to abuse from that because it's at your disposal. So that's where your personality comes into play. Are you disciplined enough to know that that's there, but you're not ready for that? That's up to you, right? So that's important to figure out, guys. But do not buy a 1000cc bike because your homie tells you that they're safe, or because you're a bitch if you don't get a 1000cc bike. That's bullshit. Honestly, when you start with a lower cc bike and graduate to a higher cc bike, you start to develop more of a love and appreciation for what these 1000cc plus bikes are. It's kind of like there's levels to this, right? If you go straight to the big dog, it's still going to be dope, but you're not going to appreciate it as much as if you were to start with maybe a smaller cc bike. And guess what? If you want to learn how to wheelie with a smaller bike, you can. It's easier in terms of safety. You won't be stretched out. It's more manageable. So you can grow more with the smaller bike. That's why a lot of guys with big bikes, that's why they always end up getting a separate bike for stunting or doing all these other things, because when you finance a bike, or fuck it, if you buy the bike, you still really like that bike, so you're gonna have a mental barrier when you try to do other things with the bike. You know, so it's always better to graduate levels. That's always what I tell people, because that's the number one question people always ask on Instagram. I mean, videos, I see comments like, hey, and at this point it's a meme. I feel like a lot of people are just like saying it to be funny, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, get an H2. You know, it's kind of a meme at this point. But the real answer is it just depends on you. It depends on who you are as a person. But if you have a loved one or a kid or whoever, a son, a friend, a girlfriend, and they're asking or you're curious on what cc bike they should get, have them get something smaller, because it'll help them appreciate more of the bigger bikes they get when they are more experienced, and they can grow into the hobby more, into the sport, because this is also a sport. There's track days, there's a ton of things you can do, and some people just want it to commute, and that's perfectly fine, but the answer still applies to that type of individual, right? So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and kind of share that with you, because everybody kind of has their own answer to that question, and that's kind of my 2 cents. My girlfriend, as y'all can see right here, she started on a Ninja 400. She had that for about a year. Got to really learn the bike. how it works, the power delivery. And after about a year, she got kind of bored, and she ended up getting herself one of these new ZX6Rs, and honestly, she's loved it. You know, it's a way more powerful bike, as y'all can see. It's a good looking bike. But yeah, make sure you guys don't overwhelm yourself and just get something that you want to get, but make sure that if you get it, it's going to be something that you can learn on for real. And honestly, I mean, there's insurance that plays a role in that, you know, and all these things, age, you know, driving history. A lot of those things are also factors that play into what bike you should get, or if you should even have a bike, to be honest with you, because, man, motorcycling is becoming very mainstream. Sport bikes are becoming very popular because of TikTok and all this other shit. A lot of people don't even get bikes to like bikes. They get bikes because it's kind of like a clout chasing tool. We all know about the bike talk shit, the Pista helmet with the S1K, the ripped jeans, and that stereotype, whatever. But yeah, it's changing. Motorcycling, like everything else, is changing. People are starting to discover a lot more things because of the internet. So don't be influenced by people like that. There's a lot of wrong information going on out there. Don't go to your local meet, talk to whoever and let them influence you. Take everything with a grain of salt and do as much research as you can. Go to dealerships, do test ride on bikes. If you get a Ninja 650, that doesn't mean you're a fucking tool or you're a baby or whatever. Like, it's a bike is a bike, right? So yeah, y'all, I hope this helps you guys. I hope this helps those of you guys who are interested in picking up a sport bike and really diving into the world of bikes, because man, this is something that's so cool. Getting into the bikes was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It's brought me close to a lot of people. It's brought me closer to my girlfriend, and it's just overall a really cool hobby and sport. So yeah, y'all, if you guys have any questions about sport bikes or any bikes or tips and on gear or anything like that, leave that in the comments. I'll respond to all the comments. Please leave a like on the video, and if you guys like my content, check out some of my other videos. Give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Alright, y'all, I'm out. Peace.